morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever in the world you might be. This is a very important day for me today, and I hope it is for you too, as I'm sharing this vision, my great vision that I had with you and with the world. I must do this because I feel like it's God's will for me to share it. You see, when I was 18 years old, I had a great vision. And again, this same vision at around 30, but in a different environment. However, before I explain it, it's necessary to understand that I've always had a very strong relationship with God. Now, I'm a sinner and I fell off the path, but I've always had that good, strong relationship and got right back in with God. I haven't grown up looking to God for guidance and direction. I've always also thought of other people, and I always have been deeply concerned with why so many bad things happen. And I was extremely curious as to why we existed and what was the point of everything. I've always felt I had some sort of greater purpose. However, now I think it might be to share this vision God gifted to me. I should have shared it sooner, and not only to those close to me, but to everyone, because it's a message, it's a vision, but I guess it's time for me to share it, and there's a time for everything. It was one night that I prayed to the Lord God. And I prayed that he would explain things to me so that I could understand why things are the way they are and why bad things happen to some and good things happen to others. In this vision, in my room, I was lying on the bed. And suddenly, I was lifted up out of the bed and I floated through the air. I passed through the ceiling of my room and I passed right through the insulation, the ceiling joists, the rafters, the plywood, and even the shingle roof. I continued and floated right through the sky and passed into space. I continued and was moved above the earth, and I was looking down at the earth. I remember looking back and looking down, but it became dark. An angel was there with me, and I felt comfort in his presence. He asked me if I could see, and I said no, as it was dark. So he waved his hand in front of my face and asked me the question once more, can you see? I looked, and it was light, and I could see our planet. I could see our planet in its beginning. He waved his hand in front of my face once more and said, see more clearly. I did, and I started to see land appear and disappear, continents move, and I saw animals and herds form. I saw people and civilizations come and go. As things started to move at a faster pace, like a timeline on fast forward, I noticed something forming that looked like an entity forming from a puzzle over the whole earth. I noticed that, and I could correlate the actions on the earth with the being forming. All the people, each person, each country, every war, earthquake, famine, just everything, life, death, foolishness, and wisdom, everything that happened, every event was shaping tools that made pieces of this puzzle that was forming this entity. It started from the feet and grew from there. I was asked once more by the angel, do I see? I said, I do see, yet I experienced another wave of his hand in front of my face, and I was told again to see more clearly. I saw this puzzle form, this being, at great speed. I saw more countries come and go. I seen billions of people as they disappeared, but the constant in the frame was this formation of this entity that was forming in front of me. I saw all the world's churches, the mosques, the temples, and all the world's religions was forming pieces of this entity that was forming. I saw this being form completely. And the most significant part of this vision to me was that the certain religions and groups, and even certain people that you would think was totally insignificant, were forming important parts of the crown that was placed on his head and the gemstones that fit in this crown. Some were making the gems that fitted in the crown that was placed on his head. I was next told, understand, by this angel. He said, understand. I was instantly given understanding of what I seen. The vision explained to me everything I ever wanted to know about why things happen to all people, both good and bad. Everything and every person has a purpose in this life. It could be for you to have a certain impact on another that makes a tool that works to form another piece. Everything happens for a reason. I can't unsee now what I saw. However, I did leave out certain parts about what I had seen regarding certain events, countries, and groups, as it isn't necessary for me to mention them. But I think it's forbidden for me to share it all. However, if this ever changes, I will. But the big takeaway here is that everything happens for a reason, both the good and the bad, and that we're all here to serve His purpose, every single one of us. Thank you for listening. I hope that you got something out of this vision. It's real, it happened, and I got it twice, just like I'm telling you. But thank you so much, and you have a blessed day.